What's up, everybody? Welcome to day 3 of Beat the Binge. Blakely Dunn here. I'm really sorry about the crooked video you're watching. I don't have a dashboard confessional, and I'm meeting someone for a business meeting, and this is multitasking at its finest. So, day 3 is something that I'm really excited to present to you. This is either going to freak you out and cause you anxiety like a mofo, it did me, or it is going to make you feel amazing and you're going to be like, if you do feel the anxiety at first, I promise you that eventually you will feel it just may take a while. So, the third thing that I had to do after recognizing that I had a problem, and it took me years to accept this, was stop restricting. No more counting calories. If you are a 21-day fixer, no more counting containers. No more counting macros. No more eating more because somebody told you to, or less because somebody told you to. No more thinking, does this have science words or sugar in it? No more giving a fuck. If you want it, you eat it. If it's a donut and you want it, you eat it. If you want a piece of cake and a potato chip, you eat it. There is no more restricting. Okay, so first off, I would like to say, that does not mean I'm against calorie counting. That does not mean I'm against the 21-day fix. Both of those things are proven to be effective when it comes to weight loss. But when you are struggling with an eating disorder, you don't need to do either. In hindsight, I'm extremely happy that I did the 21-day fix because I now know portion control. Am I following containers right now? I'm not planning them out. I'm not. But do I use my containers every day to measure what I'm eating? Yes, I do. Do I almost know? I can look at a plate and know if I'm eating the correct amount, and I don't need to even think about it thanks to that meal plan. But actually counting and planning how many macros, like how much protein, fats, carbs, and all of that I need to eat, you're not going to see me doing that for a long time again. I'm still not doing that. So when I first finally decided I was going to do this was from Brain Over Binge, and it was terrifying at first, and I'm not going to lie to you, the binging almost escalated at first, and there's no almost, it did. It was almost I'd given myself a new permission to binge eat, and that terrified me, and I actually went back to restricting again for a little while, and then I was like, no, this is stupid, and it was like this, going back and forth cycle until finally I decided, okay, that's it, no more restricting. And I probably didn't exactly restrict for about a year. Like, I would follow my containers, but if I wanted a piece of cake, I would eat it that day. If I wanted donuts, I'm not really a donut person, I don't know why I keep saying that, but there was no no's for me. So eventually what happened was that I was able to find a balance to where I would follow my containers. If I wanted something bad, I ate it. And again, I said bad. I hate that word, but you know what I mean. So the problem was physically, because of that, I was not seeing any results. And I'm like, okay, so how do I see results physically with my fitness, and be able to see the muscles that I'm building, or, feel better if I can't restrict? We'll talk about that another day. So, today, what I want you to do is make a commitment. If you're serious, if you've decided that you are struggling with binge eating, if you have decided that this is a problem you have, today make the decision to stop restricting your nutrition. Eat whatever you want, however much you want. Just let it go. Relax and breathe. Took me about a year. I did that for about a year. All right, stay tuned. Day 4 soon, I think. The reason you have to stop restricting, and because I forget not all of you are going to read that book, is because the restriction is what is the habit, right? You binge eat one night, so tomorrow you're going to be good, and you're only going to eat 1,000 calories, and you're going to work out for hours. Or if you are bulimic, tomorrow you're going to be good, and then you don't, and then you binge, then you vomit. And there has to be something that stops that cycle, because that cycle is the habit. So, like with cigarettes, for example, nicotine is what you're addicted to, but the habit is what keeps you going after those 3 days. Because it takes only 3 days to get the nicotine out of your body. For example, I just finished the Ultimate Reset. Caffeine was one of the biggest addictions that I have, and quite honestly was not one I wanted to completely beat. I wanted to find a natural, healthy balance with it. So after there were 3 days of withdrawals, not just from caffeine but sugar, but serious withdrawals, as if I was a freaking heroin addict, not kidding, withdrawals. And after those 3 days, the addiction part is gone. The problem is the habit that I had to beat. And that all starts up here and breaking the cycle of how you've created that habit. So restricting is what starts your cycle of binge eating, is because when you tell your body no, your body says fuck you yes, especially if you're restricting too much. And that's how the whole thing started, was by somebody telling you needed to eat just a little bit, or at least in my case. So I hope that explains why I'm saying let yourself go. Restrict. You may not be surprised. Don't restrict. I'm sorry. You will be surprised. I mean, I only gained I'd already gained 10 pounds with binging. I didn't gain any more when I stopped restricting. There was no more weight gain. So don't worry about weight gain. Who gives a fuck if you get fat? The worst thing is you're fat. There are so many worse things than that. So just let it go, relax, no more restricting. See you tomorrow.